Hello and welcome back to another episode of Crown Wars. My name is Saika and today we're continuing our playthrough on the very hardest difficulty, super hard blind playthrough that is. We're starting with a skirmish, track down all of the enemies and kill them. We got our second squad with us, so that's going to be topic number one. And then afterwards we got another skirmish before we're moving with our prime team to the next storyline mission. We're doing well so far. We're doing well, but we need resources. There are just too many upgrades in this game, and I need to get them all, just like the Pokemons. Potentially not in this playthrough, because I don't want 100 episodes, but we're going to get the major stuff. So, we are doing pretty well, or actually, I'm quite happy with how the teams perform. And other than defend the mission, defend the parameter, nothing really seems to be the problem.
With me.
Okay. Good. We're moving into a spot where we're definitely going to trigger all of you guys.
I'll keep watch.
Very good.
Understood. If it moves, I'll shoot.
Ready
As
to
always, we're going for the surround with the Beastmasters. Zukuger on this end, together with his beloved white bear Bert. Want to access that back line.
At your command. Yes. I'll hold this position.
And then we got the other Beastmaster on the other side. Oh, come on. Really? How? How?
On the move.
I'm not even sure how we triggered them. I'm going to be absolutely honest here.
First to move.
But this is not good. We're going to take a lot of damage. We were not going into the red. I would need to check the replay, but we weren't.
Let's go. Together.
Nice hits. Lovely. Good. We gotta stem the bleeding.
Ready to go.
Can do that automatically, plus some extra healing. Bert is okay. At least can take a couple more hits. We're fine.
I was trained for this.
Good hits. Lovely. Didn't lose any armor points.
You're no match for me.
And there's the bleeding. Okay, cool.
Very well.
1, 2,
Die.
normal hit. Good recovery from a really poor start.
Ready to go.
Question is, do we use bounce already? I think yes.
At your command.
Like I said, not a great start overall. Could have done that way better if we wouldn't have had triggered all of them. And I still don't understand why.
Yes.
Ready when you are.
Well, it must have had to do with the bear stepping too far forward and then being in one of those red squares. I can hardly believe that the game was trying to cheat us, but the game is actually quite accurate. It has a couple of weird quirks here and there, but none of them are quote-unquote cheating.
Let's go.
Alright, my little one just came in and said, "Hello, Daddy, what are you doing?" The answer is, killing medieval soldier in a virtual game, my dear. Of course, what else would you do? Crown Wars.
At your command. Yes.
Good, we're moving up. This time it looks much smoother.
Consider it done.
At your service.
Okay. See if we trigger them. Definitely want to have access to the back line.
Yes.
So we're
The
moving
hunt
over
is
to
on.
here. Not going to make the mistake again. Trigger.
At your command. Very well.
Jessica Rabbit is going to
Ready to
overwatch
go.
and will trigger at the end of the turn.
I'll keep watch.
At your service.
They won't get through.
All right,
At your command.
let's go. This guy needs to die, Arbalist, but also the rather frail backline. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Well, if we kill the Arbalist, we're actually going to... Alright, another short break due to
Yes.
family
At your
topics.
service.
The joy of having a family. I love it. I actually do. They're the best. Let's free up this position here.
At your
I was
command.
wondering, is this partial cover? Yeah, it still counts as
Yes.
cover. Cover rules are just like they are in XCOM, which I think is a good thing. Good. With this freed up,
At your service.
we can move to here.
Don't expect mercy.
Good job. Fortunately not a second attack, but we're okay.
I'm ready.
You know, we can combine a couple of things. How about... I don't want to poison the bear. Maybe we cannot combine a couple of things. Should have done that before, but I have a solution. Let's hit this guy here. We're actually standing our ground. Good. Because what I wanted to do is the following. We're moving to here. We're taking the 100% crit. This here should remove armor. There we go. Which is helpful. Getting this guy down further. There's a bit of coordinated attack still. Very good.
Ready to go?
Good. One down.
Ready when you are.
And even without a crit, this should be it. He's burning, so he is going to die. Fantastic.
At your command.
Which brings us to this guy here. Removal of armor.
May
No
justice be
removal of
served.
armor.
Ready to go. The hunt is on. At your command.
Coordinated strike into massive damage, and that's pretty much it. Oh wow, the game is something super loud. Okay, let's do that. Hopefully a little bit more bearable. And that's it. Still
On the
two
move.
more. Okay, we can deal with that.
Ready when you are.
Surprising to see that many enemies, but I think the skirmish was normal and not just easy, which at this point I believe
Yes.
simply means 16
On the move.
enemies.
Yes. I won't fail you.
I like the idea of splitting the enemies up into those pots, but there is a distinct disadvantage. It's kind of
At your
repetitive.
service.
Because you're engaging
Yes.
every pot the exact same way. Basically
move.
move everybody to the outer perimeter, wait, and then ambush them. And whilst that is okay, I think a little bit more variety would have made for a good change of pace. 1. X is the back line.
Yes.
Beastmasters are excellent in that. Just like shock
No
troops.
mercy.
Going into the back line. And then completely overpowering the enemy.
Yes.
Kill. And heavy damage on the other guy.
At your service.
We're switching it up a little bit. Hammer to the ground.
God guides my hand.
This could be a stun. You resisted stun. Ooh, okay. And resisted dodge. Okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
Understood.
In the meantime, these guys are just getting decimated.
Yes.
Alright, moving up. Hit this guy and hit him again.
Dodge that.
Okay. Good, we got one more team. One more enemy team. Oh, finally someone that we can actually capture. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Need
your
to get
service.
into capturing distance for it, but I really like the idea. Has been a while that we could capture someone, and
At
this
your
guy
command.
has 50 hit points, so might have a couple of good bony.
I'm ready.
Ready when you are.
Ready when you are. On the move.
All right, they triggered right away. That's okay. He will come. Not too bad of a positioning there.
Deep breath.
Double poison. Double status effect. Poison marked and thrown. Okay. Alright. I can live with that. For
Ready
obvious
when you are.
reasons, you guys are already here. Nah, let's
Yes.
start with the most obvious one.
Very well.
Double halberd.
Don't expect mercy.
Good, this guy has 10 hit points left.
Consider it done.
How about you? Cannot move anymore. Ah, he's slowed. Not killed though. Doesn't matter, he can take an attack of opportunity, whatever.
On my way.
At your
Good.
command.
We're going to kill this guy.
Ready when you are.
Nice coordinated strike. Into execution. Kurt moves over, and that might be part of the 10 hit points that are still missing to kill. Still 6 to go.
Yes.
At your command. It's time.
Resisted poisoning. That's not good. There we go.
At your command. Together.
Moving in. Capture him. Very good. And this guy is now surrounded. There we go. He's dead. Okay. End of turn. Good. Increase his armor points and critical hit chance. The problem is that we already got Eagle-Eyed, and Eagle-Eyed comes with flare armored Eagle-Eyed, and this guy is flare armored and Eagle-Eyed. Well, that's the exact same as the Arcanist. We're really not getting that lucky with our rolls, although 860 gold is actually really, really good. Good. Fabulous. Let's go back. We're generally good on material. Maybe a little low on lumber, as always, but the rest looks fine. Problem is you need a lot of lumber for the flawless stuff, right? Yeah. I want the hammer and I want the halberd. So we need to save some money. Damn resources in this game. My man, I'm telling you, they are something else. Good, another skirmish. Let's get this going. Alright, let's go. We have landed. This here is the Misfits team, so whatever we're doing, it needs to happen fast because we're not equipped for a long battle. What are we dealing with, by the way? What? 100 hit points? And this guy here is corrupted.
At your command.
I have removed all of the corruption.
At your service.
How's there still corruption in the game?
I'll get in position.
I mean, it's weird.
Ready to go.
Some of these guys clearly are so much stronger than anything else. This year is the same difficulty officially than the difficulty that we had before. But yet, we have groups of 5 instead of 4.
Yes.
And we're having enemies with over 100 hit points. Not that I'm afraid or scared, it's just something doesn't add up. And there is a second group right here. And I think we're just going to go for the left group first. Okay. Change of plans.
My blade is yours. Yes. I'll hold this position.
Here and here and here. Thank you. No, this and that and this. Okay. Just trying to not pull
Yes.
again.
At your command. No problem. At your command.
Good. It's a bit weird because this is a very long engagement zone,
At your command.
and we might not be able to reach all of them in the first round, but that's okay. At least we're singling out a group. That's actually really good for us because we can now get closer to the group. And almost like shock troopers, get to the back line. There we go. Okay, I like it. Bear moves up. Good. As a duelist, I think I want to go all the
On
way
my
around
way.
here because we want to get into the back line. The next team is right there. Okay. It's crazy. This is so much more populated.
I'll get in position. I'll keep watch.
On the move.
Good. We have a nice little upfront damage with 4 ranged attacks. One of them is almost dead. Cool. Very good.
On my
Good, we're
way.
moving up. And we can hit 3 of them.
At your service.
Well, some are burning, some are poisoned.
Ready to go?
One
On my
moves to
way.
here, and I think we're hunkering down for the next one. Okay,
At your service? Yes.
that shrapnel blast ignored armor. Chance to inflict bleeding. Let's
This might
just
hurt.
test that. Okay, this guy's dead. 6 and 6. Cool.
Yes.
How about just a normal attack? And then the bear does the rest. Sounds like a plan. We want you to turn around. Okay.
Yes.
One hit, taunted, and armor reduction. Second hit, taunted, armor reduction. I want to see the daggers in action this time. Something from behind. Ignores armor is not good enough. Shift. Poisoned.
I was trained for this.
Okay, well, first enemy team is down. These guys here with 109 hit points are massive. Much easier team over there, which I think we should take first. Another team, or he's part of their team. You never know. But it just confirms that we should be going to here first.
Ready when you are.
Yes.
Just make sure we're not triggering these other folks.
Yes. On my way. I'll cover this area. Yes.
All right,
I'll hold
second
this position.
engagement, here we go.
At your command. At your service.
18 turns, we should be still okay. I'm just trying to get into a position where we can surround them. One. Two. Want access to the back line, and even if we're not
Ready when you
triggering
are.
them by Overwatch, by means of Overwatch, we can still drop AoE onto them and then start that way. It's a 5-pack. The one thing that is going to be important is move away from that section because it's just not healthy to potentially trigger that other pack.
At your command. Yes.
Okay, let's go. There's another pack here. This is the densest area ever. Look at those guys. Triple it. Oh, and they're focusing. They are so much focusing on our sniper. Our flare.
I'm ready.
Good. Move into the middle.
Strike.
Good. What are we looking at? We need damage here. 18, 12, and just 6. Okay, cool.
At your service.
I won't disappoint you. My blade is yours.
At your command.
Could use another fire flask, potentially a bit over the top. Could also put fiery ground over there. I think the safest bet is double halberd back here. It's just enough damage. 18, that's down to 5, and this guy is at 2. Okay, well, listen. In that case,
yes.
can we? Yes, we can. You can turn around.
Catch.
And that gives us time to gently move away while laughing at you guys. Good. So Caltrops should have killed this. This guy's dead. This guy should die because even if he attacks, he will get Caltrop damage. And the veteran is a problem. Haven't gotten him down yet. This here is an option, theoretically, but we already got 2 people dead.
Yes.
Who is the bigger threat? I think the arbalist here. Blinded, but no. Unfortunately, no bleeding. There goes in. With all of his attacks, that is unlucky.
At your service.
What is what? What is happening? Good. We need to focus on a target.
At your service.
And set target is going to be the Arbalist. Good. 2 targets will remain active and will deal damage. That's a bit of a backlash we're going to see. Ouch. He should have been dead because he was in Caltrops.
Damnation!
Not good. That was not good.
At your command.
Yes!
My blade is yours.
I don't like it.
Yes.
Poison, which is of course resisted.
Don't accept mercy.
Now he is pretty much dead, yeah. Big heal.
Thank you.
This guy's dead, right? 11? Yeah, okay. We're healing ourselves for full. And
May
yeah, we
justice
learned
be
something.
served.
You cannot trust Caltrops.
Ready when you are.
Good, we're down to 1
Ready when
HP.
you are.
At your service.
Let's do the nitty-gritty small heals first.
That's better.
And next turn we're going to engage this pack. Unfortunately don't have an antidote, so we just gotta live with the consequences of being poisoned. We're still having 15 turns left, and given how densely populated everything here is, I don't even know if that's good or if we're doing good or if we're doing poorly.
At your command.
Good, we need to heal ourselves next turn,
If it moves, I'll shoot.
but the poison is still ticking, so I want to be careful. Ah, what a tough mother this is.
Yes. No problem. At your service.
Good, are we willing to wait one more turn just to get all of the actions? Might not be the worst idea. And we can get a little bit better positioning.
No problem. At your service.
Yes. Very well. The first to move.
Yes. On the move.
At your service.
Good, it would be nice if any of those clowns are going to move. Unlikely, but it would still be nice. Okay, good.
Ha! What do you think of this?
Start with fiery ground. Into them taking really nice amounts of damage.
Yield!
We don't deal with armor here. Alright, that bear is a bit in the way.
Yes!
Let's start with who do we actually want to kill first? I think we're just taking these two, 30-40, a bear last. Turn around. Thank you. And
That hit the mark.
I say hit into the back.
On my way.
And we're moving towards the next goal, which should be over there.
Yes.
I won't disappoint you. On my way.
Move in,
Out of my way!
hit, into taunt, into very much crushing blow. And
At your service.
he's almost dead. Might as well kill him. Bear moves up. Ooh, nice hit. And nice kill.
Ready to go.
Blinded, bleeding. Perfect. Let's get a taunt going.
At your command.
We're moving out further.
Yes. At your command.
Very well.
Good, we're standing in the way, kind of from behind. I like that.
I was
Poison.
trained for this.
Resisted that. Okay.
I'll be quick to finish.
And there's the bleed. Not really enough to kill someone, but we did well on the engagement.
Yes.
Yes.
Turn around. Thank you.
No
Hit
mercy.
into the back. Thank you. There. Just critically hits him to death.
Yes.
And over here, I think we're just going to use the halberd. 1, 2, bear down, and with that,
Understood.
with one more pack to go,
Ready when
that's
you
a
are.
tough one.
Very well.
12 turns until defeat. We're doing,
On my
I
way.
would say, reasonably well timing-wise,
Yes.
but it depends because there are so many packs. Like we killed 1, 2, 3 already. That's the 4th one.
At your command.
Yes.
So it's hard to gauge how you're doing in the grand scheme of things. As far as I'm concerned, we
Ready,
could be in a
when at your
situation where we're actually behind, although I'm thinking we're kind of ahead.
Yes. At your command. I'll keep watch. If it moves, I'll shoot.
Okay.
At your command.
Next turn we're going to engage.
They won't get through.
At your service.
Let's first of all get in position. That's one overwatch.
I'll get in position.
That's second
I'll
overwatch.
keep watch.
That's third overwatch. He's a little bit too far away, so we can't do a fourth overwatch, but that's okay. Bear moves in,
Yes.
and
Very well. They won't get through.
good. Let's see how it goes. Good. That knight just ran in like there's no tomorrow. We're going to start obviously with the AoE damage. Shrapnel. Nice little bleeding, I like it. Into a bit of fiery detonation. Okay, that worked
Yes.
well. Then despair
Deep
and
breath.
poison. Everybody resisted poison. Well, then let's try that again. Okay, let's see where we're going. 18 points of damage, another 18, and well, this guy is dead, and we do have
My blade is yours.
basically 2 characters that are near dead.
On the move.
Good. Before we're continuing, dead. Definitely dead. And dead. Fantastic. Next up, the guy over here. Arbalist.
Yes.
First hit. Nice claw attack. Another
Ready to
nice
go.
claw attack. And
Ready to go?
we are
No problem.
moving to here.
That hit the mark.
Kill this guy. And force this one to turn around. Very good.
At your service.
Now this is where the taunting comes into play. One. Is he taunted? No. Is he tauntable? Yes, he is. Just need to hammer him hard
At your
enough,
command.
and the answer is yes, he's tauntable. Get out of melee.
At your command.
Thank you. We're marking
My
him for
blade
future
is
attacks.
yours.
And the stratagem will last for one round. These two guys are already dead, so might as well give ourselves extra damage next turn. Points of damage, although we have so much
I won't
armor.
disappoint you.
Yes.
That's pretty nasty, man.
Understood.
Big heals for my boy. And we are
May
continuing
justice
this
be
plan.
served.
Hopefully taunt. There we go. Continue to be taunted. That's good.
At your command.
Bleeding poisoned. One, two, three. He's just taking a lot of damage. Luckily we waited. Oh, wait. Since we stratagemed last turn. Might as well let him kill the guy. Oh wow, what a tough mission. That one was actually quite tough. Anders received level 4. I mean, listen, the first time you take damage, you get resilient. The retribution thing looks good on paper, but he doesn't have the mobility to really benefit from it. So I'd rather go for this because it often triggers. This time we're going to be elusive. And we even leveled up daggers. That is nice. Cool. Got enough wood to finally do something. And that something will be hammers or... is going to be hammers or the halberd. What's the bigger upgrade? Halberd is 2 points of damage. Hammer is 1.5 on average, but more power. It's about the same. Let's do halberd simply because a good halberd slash sometimes can just decide in fire battles. Oh, before I forget it, send our companions onto the next storyline mission. Renman, Evert, Upright. Hayward, Edgar, and Zirke. Got everything, might as well send them. Fantastic. And here's the rescue mission that we could do. With a secondary team. For a good amount of resources, so let's send our companions there as well. Bit risky. Of course. Oh, and it's a defend position mission? Well, this will be a banger. We need more lumber for the unique weapons. They're getting upgraded, which is good. Totally approve that. Man, there's a lot of good stuff. But yeah, we need to send our companions to here. Double Alchemist seems like a good meta. That soul lost their cry. Yeah, we can work with that. Oh no. Assassination only there for 5 days. Yeah, it's not going to work out. It is what it is. Anyways, we're going to do the rescue in the next episode, and then potentially also the war plans, which is nice because it's a storyline mission. That should give us plenty of resources, enough to get both of the unique weapons upgraded. Like, what are we looking at? 200 and 400. Yeah, that's easily enough for us. Unfortunately, not enough to then, on top of that, also get a flawless hammer, which is at 700. But we're going to get there. So priorities, from my perspective, are flawless hammer. So unique, of course, first. That has the highest priority. Recurve. Longbow is good, but we don't have the flawless versions yet. You can see even the flawless. Where is it? The flawless pelt and the flawless main gouge are not there yet. But I could actually start doing that because the gouge is pretty good. So let's get the unique weapons upgraded first, because I really like them and they seem strong, and we want to train weapon skill with them sooner than later. So it has highest priority. Then second highest priority would be flawless hammer into then flawless, because then the main weapons are all upgraded. Granted, we can still use flawless maze, but the rest is upgraded. So once we're at that point, I think what we should be doing is we should be taking a good look at the rest of the buildings, because I'm in the weird spot where we're trying to crawl our way to that upgrade. I'm still not sure if that's another squad. A fourth squad would have been super helpful, but we're in that weird spot where at least we can increase the travel speed, allowing them to reach the battle faster. So that looks like a great add-on at this point in the game, which means might as well just buy all of those upgrades. They are expensive, and then of course we have been slacking on armor. So armor upgrade is something that we will need to take into consideration as well. There's just so much else that you can still upgrade, right? So crossbows, not necessarily daggers for the second team. I mean, what would be the B priority after those things? I think the mace would be light shield, flawless version is good, gives more damage, and 10% accuracy bonus, super good. So you're not missing anymore. So yes, then definitely flawless throwing axes, because these bad boys, they are so random in what they're doing. I think that actually would be, it's almost a high priority. That is more important than a flawless maze. Yeah, that's more important. We don't even have superior throwing axes yet. That explains a whole lot why these weapons are so bad. So yeah, that would be definitely an upgrade. Because the third team is using a lot of throwing axes, and they're actually not bad. Not my favorite weapon, but you can play with them. However, you cannot play with the unupgraded version. Anyways, that's it from me for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.